It's the cool of the day. The cool of the day. The cool of the day. Hey, family. Welcome back to the Cool of the Day podcast. I'm your host, Keish. This October, we're in our What's Your Business series, highlighting entrepreneurs and organizations that are building, serving, and thriving in our communities. On today's episode, What's Behind the Flame? I'm sitting down with someone I'm honored to call both a classmate and a friend. He's part of the E4All Alumni 2025 Winter Cohort, the Conquerors, and the master behind some of the best barbecue in the Low Country, Ronald Randall, owner and pit master of Pitt Flavas Barbecue. Ronald has turned his passion for barbecue into a growing brand that celebrates flavor, tradition, and connection. We're talking about the heart, hustle, and faith that fuel his journey and what really keeps the fire going behind Pit Flavas. What's up, Ronald? How's it
Oh,
going?
things good. Things good. Man, I wasn't sure you were talking about me. So you said pit flavors.
Oh,
Man,
you're
the
the
intro
second
was
person that told me that.
good. The intro was good.
That was good. Yeah. That's my thing. When I have a special guest on, like, I want to make it like a grand entrance, like coming to the stage. Like, I want it to be hype when people are listening and they get a flavor of like who you are. They get like an idea, like, wow, this man's great. And it just keeps them tuned in. So I hope you're tuned in.
Too, me too. It's gonna be a
Yes,
good one.
it
It's gonna be a
is.
good
It is. I'm so proud of you, like, with everything that you're doing and like from the beginning to like now, like all the things that you're doing like on social media, I know that was like a big thing like with social media and I'm inspired by your your drive. So what inspired you to start Pit Flavas Barbecue? Was there a defining moment when you knew that this was the path you wanted to take?
one. To be honest with you, really I don't really believe that it really was a defining moment. Um, Honestly, just cooking and it was always something I enjoyed doing. Never really thought to really turn it into a business until actually a good friend of mine, we were cooking and people were just like, I'm gonna pay you. And once people are at your house, like I'm gonna pay you, like, why not sell
Yeah. So that
it?
mean it was good, like right off the rip. That's awesome. I mean, I remember like being in the kitchen with my dad, and I remember like helping him cook and he showed me how to cook, and I will always be the taste tester. So
That's
like
just
I will always take. So I'm a good taste tester. Like I would taste your food and tell you like, maybe you got to add some of this or but when I taste your food, like it was no adding. I was coming back for like third, I think fourth plates. I think Jordan was getting like all the food. So we were overly excited. Especially the free food too. Like,
yeah,
overly.
that tasting was it. What that we did for E for all. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I was so nervous, but to to pull it off, it was amazing.
Yeah, like
I
once
was
it's
glad
done,
you
you're
guys
like,
enjoyed it.
yes, I understand because I get nervous like doing this podcast, but once you're in it and you're like doing it, you're not really thinking about, okay, like, is it gonna go well? Like this and that. You're just in it, and then afterwards you're like, oh, like that was not so bad after all. Like I want to do it again. You get like amped to like do it again. And even you grow and you get better at it, and so yeah, so I understand. So behind the smoke and sauces, what does barbecue mean to you personally?
Um, to me, barbecue, it's bigger than a lot of most people would think that it's just meat and fire, but it's patience, it's the fellowship, it's being able to master a craft that teaches you to just slow down and serve others. It
Yeah.
helps. Yeah, so it's always been a passion of mine to be able to do those things.
Yeah, like I get what you're saying. Like, you feel good like just serving people and and then they're responding well to it. Like the food starts a conversation and it makes people happy. Like food, yeah, it makes people happy, especially good food.
Yeah,
So,
and food sets a mood. It
mm,
really sets a mood. I mean, you can have a great plate of food, just spark back up with the right people, sitting down with family is how we started. Everyone just came to my grandmother's house. We all ate. She cooked every Sunday. So honestly, that was our way of being able to talk and understand how everyone went, how everyone's week went, just to be able to get closer to the family. And um, it was just always a big thing for us.
yeah,
And
like
so I just believe that that's what it's for.
yes, I believe it too. That's a big thing in like Black culture, especially, food brings us all together. Y'all may not talk all week, but soon as that barbecue happen or soon as we have something special and we come together and that plate is in front of us, it's like it sparks that joy, that love, like wow, like who made this, it sparks that conversation. So pit flavors, like why pit flavors? Like why did you decide to what made you decide to come up with that name, pit flavors? Was it just like you know, okay, this is idea, or was it like a deeper meaning to it?
It is a deeper meaning. By by my favorite team is Pitt Flavor. It's Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm a Pittsburgh fan. I enjoy cooking in the pit, so that's where the PIT comes from, which resembles, the actual pit of cooking. The T
Ah,
just kind of added a little bit different just to add in my team. So that's why the logo is black and yellow. But flavors actually came from my partner who we actually started this business together. We started it and his wordplay was always amazing. Whenever we made posts, he just was able to make it flow and make everything just seem and go. And just one day he was like flavors, and I was like, I'm in the pit,
mm,
and I was mostly the cook.
mm,
He did a lot of the seasoning, so a lot of the seasoning came from him. And I say him as Dwayne. Um, Dwayne Hinkle. We both started this business together. So the flavors came from him, and that was our way of putting what we both do together. So it's a lot of wordplay for one word,
yeah. No, it's good.
for one name.
I mean, I love it. Like it's catchy, like it would catch someone's attention. Like, pit flavors, like, okay. And it runs off the tongue, so it's not like, da 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 da. No, it's pit flavors, like, come see us. Now you did say you mentioned that you
Yeah,
have a oh, go
it's a
ahead.
good name that we came up with randomly, but
Yeah,
I
it
like it.
sticks. It sticks. So you did say that you mentioned, well, you mentioned that you have a partner and y'all working together. Like, how is that? I know you said that he comes up with the seasoning and the flavors, and you do most of the cooking, and so how is it working with a partner? Um, like, do you all get along sometimes? Is it like back and forth? Or is it like, hey, I play off of you, you play off of me? Like how is it with collaborating with others?
Um, to be real, it's really like being in a relationship. Honestly,
Yeah. No,
we have
yeah.
our good days, we have our bad days, we have our things we argue about. We have our things that we totally get along with. But, it's that person's just so close to you that no matter how it goes, you may argue and sometimes it's bigger than others, but you're going to. But as far as coming together and making things happen, we've always been able to get it done and get the job done as well as, we've been best friends for years.
Okay. That's
So it's a
good.
little deeper than just a partner.
Yeah, that's good. And like you said, it's like a relationship because every like thing that you get into with someone is technically a relationship. It doesn't have to be a intimate relationship, but like a friendship or like when you're just working together. And that's important, knowing knowing how to collaborate with others, knowing like, that this person sees something differently than you do, and how can we work together, and the fact that the two of y'all, are working together and you agree, that's awesome to like run this amazing business, because not everybody can do that, not everybody can work well with other people, one dispute and they're gone. So the fact that y'all were like best
And it
friends
did.
and
It's big, and I mean, like I said, we have our arguments and things of that nature, and sometimes it happens just like that, but it all works out.
yeah, love brings back together. um,
Always.
so how does your business connect to who you are at your core?
Um, let's see. Wow, that's tough. Can you repeat that one?
Yeah, yeah,
That one
no,
kind of
I said, how does your business connect to who you are at your core? Like, how does it connect with your faith and real life or your personal values? How does it connect with that core person? Because I know you say that it's more than food. Um, but how does it connect with you, like in that core level? Because you do this every
um,
day, right? This is your
it's not every day. It's we do a lot of catering, so we're busy. I'm busy doing with that, as a calendar goes. So it's maybe 2, 3 days out of the week we're doing it. Um, we're not busy, we do a little bit of pop-ups here and there. But really it's just always been me. But to explain it honestly, spiritually, it's a lot of time that's where I get a lot of time to actually really honestly sit down and really get a chance to talk to God, to really build myself spiritually. A lot of times sitting right beside the grill and just reading, I
mm,
read the scripture here and there. That's when I sit there and I really feel like I have some of my best conversations, when honestly trying to figure out who I am, what's my next move, what's the next, what's the next step for me, not only just for me, but for the business.
yes, I love that. And go ahead. Oh, you were sorry. Go ahead.
And just being able to keep the faith, it helps me be able to be a person that I can, model that, being able to be the person that, you may not have to tell people, hey, I'm as big spiritually because I don't really post it as much in my business.
Mm,
Um, I haven't really figured out the pivoting way on how to do that yet, but just sometimes just being a person and a person can a person can see you and see it in you versus you having to tell them. Sometimes being quiet it speaks a lot more than actually saying it.
yes, you're right. I love that you say that, you know, instead of like telling people, all the time, oh, this is my faith and boasting about yourself, you know, it speaks through your actions. It speaks through your food. It's your faith shows in your food, it shows in your personality, it shows in your business. Putting God at the forefront of before your business, he gon' do it for you, especially if it's aligned with his will, and the fact that you're already taking off, like, hey, it's aligned, so yeah, like I say, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. People gonna say, "Man, you're a great person." Like what keeps you going? And I'm sure you say, God and my faith. Like that's what I mean. That's what keeps me going. You
Definitely.
know. Yes, and that's how I feel about the podcast. Because some days I'm like, ugh, oh, I don't feel like getting up out the bed, or some days I just don't feel like it. But because I don't feel like it doesn't mean I don't do it, and it's because I have faith that is still gonna work. I have faith that and I have joy about it. It's not just the faith, it's the joy behind it. It's the passion. Um, it's the excitement for me. It's the goal, like you said, you sit and you read and you make goals. You create goals for your business. That means you're seeing far ahead. That means you're seeing the vision and you're writing it. That's what
Right.
that mean. Like in Habakkuk 2, I think in 2, it says, write the vision, make it plain. And that's what you have done. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. And hey, that's good. That's really good. What message do you hope people take away, not just from your food, but from your example as a business owner? Like, how would people see you? Like, if you're in that person's shoes, how would you want that person to see you as a business owner? What message do you want them to take away when they leave your restaurant or your business?
That first and foremost, a God-fearing man, a family man, community minded, someone who just believes in excellence at heart, and
Yeah.
in everything I do. I try to strive for it. That's what I try to do every day. And if someone can see that, I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. Yes, that joy that they leave with. It's almost like, I don't know if you ever, well, you probably, well, I'm sure you did, go into like certain restaurants and because the host was so loving and had this joy with them, even if the food probably was a little bad, like even if so, because the host was just such a host, like they were the best, that person left feeling joy as well because they excluded, I think that's the word, joy. And so it gravitated on them, and you're like, wow, I feel good. Like, the food was good, the food was okay, but I feel good, and people that come to your business, I'm sure that they feel that way. Like the food is awesome, 10 out of 10, but then they leave with this joy, like this peace, this fulfillment. Like, wow. And that's probably what keeps them coming back. Well, not probably, I'm sure that is what keeps them coming back, you
I feel
know?
like it is.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of times when I first started, I thought I was the most rudest person ever because I wanted to make sure everything was perfect. I wanted to make sure that from picking up the silverware was perfect to,
Mm,
getting the order 100% correct. Just trying to make sure that even the plate looked at just perfect. And I wasn't looking at the bigger picture. I wasn't looking at, being able to serve a person, even though that's all I wanted to do. But I
mm,
believe that serving a person was being able to have everything they want, not being able to be that person they needed to speak to. A lot of times
yes.
that's the best part about it, honestly. But back to when you were talking about the host, honestly, I don't know, it may seem weird, but I don't like to find a nice host.
Hmm.
I like I like someone that's in there in the nitty gritty, and they may not even know what they're doing. They're just hoping to have a good day. Something just really just made them mad, but to be able to talk to them and brighten their day and just see the transformation after that conversation is always one. It's always been one good thing of honestly one character trait of mine that I think that I've always been able to do. Um,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah,
just
that's
enjoy
good.
doing that, honestly.
That's good. And you're talking about like when someone come to your restaurant and you say that they see you maybe having or you see them having a bad day or was it them seeing you?
Both. It's
Okay.
mostly me going to restaurants and seeing someone that looked like me when I first started. Just
Mm,
trying to get everything right, and or if not, when you ran into the wrong person and they said something to you that you didn't quite take as loving as you wish it would have sounded.
yeah.
They may have said something that just upsetted your day. So to be able to cheer them up and be like, man, I understand. I go through this all the time. Sometimes I think that I'm doing everything perfect, and somebody come up to me and you're not always gonna have your best days, and but you always try to have the best days, and someone come to you and be like, well, oh, well, you're out of this, and it's like, like, give me 1 second, let me go get it for you. But in my head, I'm like, I should have had that.
Yes. No, well, and that's the thing, like when you were, I'm gonna go back to when you were talking about perfectionism because I do that too. Like like I was telling you before before we became on, I was like doing this and doing that, trying to make sure everything was perfect. And you know what? Like I think for the most part, nothing's gonna be perfect. Like something may mess up and sometimes it may not, but that's things that we can't control, and all we can do is to be the best that we can be, and still show that kindness and love and care, understanding, still show that hospitality,
Definitely.
because silverware, it would come and go. Plates, it would come and go. Like the way that, the restaurant look, it may come and go, but your personality, like the way that people see you, that's how they're going to see your restaurant. Like
Right.
based on how you are, like of course, like I want to come to a clean a clean restaurant.
Definitely.
Like if your
Definitely.
restaurant dirty, that mean you dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but it's like the extra things that we try to do. Like
Yeah.
the extra things, and people know, y'all know, whoever watching, y'all know what we talk about. It's the extra things that we try to do to perfect it when it's already good,
Right.
and we have to let God perfect it for us. Like let him come in and do it for us, and you know have people on our team. Like I'm pretty sure you're going to be expanding soon. Then you can have, someone who does that, can put out the nice silverware, make the stuff look pretty, and that's probably one of your goals in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like so, and it will happen.
Constantly keep
Yeah.
evolving. Just
Yeah.
understand that, evolving takes time. It don't just happen in one day.
No. No. And I
That's
used to think so.
so yeah, it's just like it gotta be perfect. It gotta be perfect.
Mm-mm. No, it takes time. It's a process. It's everything has a process with it. Um, yeah. So, how has your business brought people together like in the community? Um, I know that's like a broad question, but like how has your business brought people together like just in Beaufort alone in this community? I know you said that you were working with some people, like with the E for All people.
Yeah, with the E for all. I've also teamed up with Praise Assembly. They have
I seen that.
they do the Table of Hope, which is
Mm,
a food um oh my, it's a community feed.
mm,
It's a lot of people think it's just for homeless, and it's not for homeless. It's just for anybody that just need to get some love on. You know what I'm saying? You go to the
yeah.
table and you see people that you don't even know, and they just get to talk or whatever. You also get a good word in, and you also get to get some good food, and just to see who's in the community, just to see the smiles that people get on those faces when they see Pit Flavors come through the door. It's all worth it. Sometimes it's like, man, I'm in this kitchen all day, but it's
Yeah.
worth it. As well as teaming up, we do. Um, I go out and I give plates out away to some of the homeless people out. I find some of the
Wow.
places where they be at, and we go give out food. I thought about starting posting it, but I figured it would be like bragging and boasting.
Mm,
So, but I just wanted to come from the heart. But that's another thing that we do is just it's not shown, but um always and just with family wise, a lot of people were originally not from here. And with my grandmother with her dinners, like, we'd have 20, 30 people over there and none of us are blood related. Or whatever. It's probably
yes.
five of us that's blood related, but that's how, we all came together, friends became family and that's just always how it was, and that's the mindset behind it all.
Yes. Okay, so you mentioned about the table of hope, and I wanted to go back on that point because I remember when I was homeless, I was living at the Quality Inn over here, and the Table of Hope came, I think, on that Tuesday. It was like a Tuesday that they came, and
Every Tuesday at 6.
yes, yes, and I was hungry. We were like, "Ooh," I was hungry, but that was a plate that we were able to eat, and then not only eat, but like fellowship with people. So I know what you were talking about when you said like just seeing the smiles on people's faces, because that night, like I smiled like no other. Just to have a plate of food and be able to like fellowship and pray, with everyone and to talk with people. And, I wasn't too much of a big talker then because of what I was going through, but I always kept a smile on my face and, just kept it pushing. But I always look forward to, having those plates. And I'm glad that you said that it wasn't just for homeless people because I thought it was. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's just, people who need something to eat. But what I don't like to do is to go places knowing I already got food, and it's for like other people who don't have food. But because you said that, I'm like, wow, like it inspires me to like just go back and let them know, like, hey, I'm doing well again. God has been doing
Definitely,
moving in my life.
definitely. It's honestly, you can never explain it in words until you actually go. Once you
Hmm.
go, like the feeling is just like no other. I feel, and to let
Yeah.
people know that it's not for homeless. And actually, this Tuesday, I know it's probably not this Tuesday on the podcast, but it'll be a 3-year anniversary. So
Wow.
I'm actually doing it for 3 years now.
Wow.
So we'll have a big celebration.
Okay, that's awesome. Congratulations and happy 3-year anniversary. Y'all drop a happy 3-year anniversary for our guy here, Ronald. With
I just help with it,
he,
honestly.
uh,
It's I just help with it, honestly, it's Praise Assembly and Derek T. Fisher. He
yeah,
um he actually heads it. He's just a great friend of mine and we work together a lot.
yes, that's awesome. Like
I don't give him
community.
credit for it. It's so
Yeah.
big.
Okay. Well, don't drop it, y'all.
Well, you can drop it. Just drop it for him. I'm pretty sure he'll see it.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, that's awesome. So, where's the exact location so people know, like, to come out, to fellowship?
It's out at Hilton Garden out on Boundary Street. Uh,
Okay.
it's it's off of Boundary Street. I want to say it's Queen Street,
Mm-hmm.
but it's right behind the
Most.
uh, Moe's and the Red Rooster.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. So he's talking about the Hilton Garden Inn right here in Beaufort, South Carolina, on Boundary Street. So you can just, look it up, and it's always on Tuesdays at 6 p.m.
Yes, always
Okay,
Tuesday at 6.
Tuesdays at 6 p.m. And the place or the organization is called Table of Hope. So if you're hungry, you don't have to be homeless. You don't have to, be homeless, y'all. So go get y'all something to eat and
You
fellowship
just
with
don't
one
want to be
another.
lonely,
Yeah.
just it's people there to talk to.
Yes. And build this community up. All right. All right. So Ronald, at the Cool Today podcast, we talk about living out purpose and making a lasting impact. What kind of legacy do you hope Pitt Flavas barbecue leaves behind?
A taste of dedication, honestly, first, but also that you see a start, uh, our business that started small off and just having honor. You know, I don't want it to be looked at as just a restaurant or just a guy that plays on a smoker all day. I want my kids to be able to see something, my children to be able to see that, hey, my dad, he really meant this. I want it to always forever be meaningful. And
Yes.
it's a lot. I mean, honestly, the words behind it all, I really can't really put them together. Like,
Mm,
it's so much I want it to be. It's so much I want people to see, more than just pit flavors.
yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. It's like unspeakable. Like You see it, you know what it is, but sometimes it's like I'm gonna let it speak for itself. Like it's unspeakable. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So like if you could if you could sum up your entrepreneur journey in one word or scripture, what would it be and why?
Um, the faithfulness, and I would say, he who begins a good work in you will carry it in every stage of your business process.
Wow.
And you know, that's what I believe. And the balance of success, and remembering why I started to serve, not just to sell.
Wow. Yes, I love that point. Remembering why I serve and not
Why I
just
started to serve, not just to sell.
why I started to serve and not just to sell. Like, come on. Because sometimes we could get wrapped up in, oh, like I'm making money, like, this, and this, instead of looking at what we're doing, how is it impacting? And sometimes we get so caught up in the money part that we forget that we're not even serving anymore. We're just money hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's really, really hard in the beginning. Food costs it's a lot sometimes if you're not really penny pinching and
Hmm.
not really, I would say penny pinching, but watching every penny, you have to watch it. You have to make sure, you're having enough money to sell the food, but
Yeah.
also having enough for you to go out there, have fun while you're doing it. Not sitting there thinking like I gotta do this for this. I gotta do this for that. Like, I'm out here and I'm able to have a clear mind behind knowing that I got brisket on the grill and I gotta be up for the next 18 hours.
I'm saying
you
it
know?
takes time. Oh my goodness, 18 hours?
18 hours.
Wow. Y'all hear that? Listen, it's dedication that goes into this. 18 hours. I can't imagine being up for that long. Although I probably do be up, mm, maybe not that
It's
long.
uh, it's a lot different. I mean, um when you got someone sitting up with you, it's a little bit easier.
Mm,
But when it's like, all right, I have to go shovel coals in about 45 minutes. I could take a quick 20-minute nap real quick, and I gotta get back up,
wow.
just constantly knowing that it's a cycle. It's
Yeah.
not just start, grill, and go, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's where that not just passion, but that's where they're that's why that's their that goal like always in the back of your head, or that thought of like I'm serving, like this is how I serve, you know that's probably why that's in the back of your head too, like whenever you feel like quitting or giving up, it's like it comes to the forefront, but this is why you're doing this, so don't give up. This is why you're doing this, man. God bless you, because that's big. That's big. And I hope those of you who are listening, realize that it takes a lot. It's a lot that goes into a business. It's not just you start the business and it grows like right then and there. It takes a lot to go into a business, but that does not mean it's impossible.
It's definitely not impossible.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just it take a lot of patting yourself on the back in the dark. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that.
A lot of cries, pain, it takes a consistency is another word, discipline, because like you were saying about the money, like that takes discipline, you know. That takes a lot of discipline. All right, so before we wrap up, I got some fun questions for you. What's your absolute favorite item on your menu, and what's the story behind it? Or if it's just a favorite item, no story.
Um, my most favorite item on there would definitely have to be my brisket baked beans.
Y'all heard it. Go get
It
it.
would definitely have to be no brisket baked beans. That's
Ooh,
something. I mean, I will stop doing everything to make sure that these beans are perfect. But I have to sit here and I always do it. And I mean, one day oh man,
man, you got me over
oh
here hungry. Um, I'm gonna need me. You should have gave me a sample. I'm gonna need me some brisket. Oh no, I think I did have that brisket baked beans.
yeah. Next time, um, it's just the next time, we do it in person. That way I make sure I can bring in some samples. And, they can see how the food actually really makes someone's face.
Yes, listen, that's a goal of mine to do these in person. That's one of my goals for the future to have like an actual studio where people can come and we can be in person. That's something that I see that I wrote down. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Um, if you can cook for anyone, past or present, who would it be and why?
Um, I would say definitely would have to be my grandmother.
I was thinking of that.
Definitely, it would definitely have to be her, and as well as my brother.
Hmm.
Those two, they were crazy cooks. I mean, my grandmother, she was a woman that really there was no recipe behind it all. All the recipes were in her head. If you didn't sit there and watch her and see what she was
Wow.
doing and jot stuff down, but the way she could not know the the actual measurements of stuff, but every time the food comes out the same.
Wow.
And honestly, me, I'm writing stuff down, I'm looking at it, I'm trying to re-emulate it. But she already did that. She took those steps, but a lot of them are spin-offs to a lot of my food are spin-offs to her recipes.
Hmm. Yeah, that's good.
So to see for her to see where it would go and to see and honestly to get her approval, I think that would be the biggest thing.
You think you got her approval?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I
Yeah.
do. But to see that face.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you already did. Like, baby, it's
Yeah,
good. It's good. What
I'm a
about
fan.
present? You have anybody present?
Present. Um, It would definitely, honestly, this one guy I started following, and it's cousin Scoop. I really would love to see one of his reviews on my food.
Cousin Spook, you gotta let me know. Instagram,
Cousin
like,
Scoop, he's right there out of Charleston,
okay.
and he does food reviews on Instagram and Facebook. Um, he's hilarious.
I'm gonna have to tag Cousin Spook in this podcast. Let him know, like, hey, come listen to this, cause we have
I
somebody that needs you to go and taste their food.
would-
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Like, seriously, if he listens and go. So y'all tag Cousin Spook in this podcast. Send it to him. Okay. Um, do you have any fun behind the scenes stories from catering or events? Can you think of one?
Yeah, I'm always extremely nervous. And everyone's like, man, you got it. You're gonna be fine. I'm like, man, I'm down to the last minute. I'm sitting there looking, I'm peeking outdoors, I'm looking, I'm like, what do they think? What do they think? What do they
Yeah.
think? And then um one time I was so nervous. I literally walked in and spilled half of the food.
Oh.
And it was it was it worked out because in my brain I thought I needed to cook way more. So technically I would have lost this. I honestly would have had all that food left over, possibly, but I knew they would have took it. But I was like, I need to make sure I got enough. I got to make sure I got enough. And somehow I spilled the extra.
That's okay, but you made more. Like, that's the thing. What? God is good. Listen, God is good. He got your back now.
I was, I was, now I got to make sure this is my first catering gig, and I'm sitting there like. looking, I'm knowing that, you give it's certain portion sizes you give everybody, but I'm like, I put it on the plate. I'm like, they need more than that.
Yeah, he was just
They just need
overfeeding
more
people.
than that.
Oh, that's good though, because that's how we feed people. Like,
Yeah.
I look at these cooking shows and I'm like, man, y'all paying that much for that little pint, the little size plate. Like, oh no. Y'all cooking all that food just to serve up this little bit of stuff. But I guess that's like the culinary, world.
That's what it is, man. Some of those cooks out there, man, I mean chefs, man, they're expensive.
Hmm.
They're really
Yes.
expensive. And I mean, honestly, to be able to cover everything in there, and it's like, oh, you only get this little bit, but you taste the food, and it's like, man, just that like a party on your tongue, and it's just like,
Yeah, like
wow,
gold. Hmm.
it's, like, it's worth it. Sometimes I'll be like, man, dang, it's a lot of money, but it's worth it. The food be good.
But that's how your food tastes, you
Right.
know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, their food tastes like
Thank
that, but you have to know that that's how your food tastes too.
Oh yeah,
You
definitely.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's expensive food. It's to the taste, it's like a party, like, we're having fun. Like, wow, this is amazing. I want more. The fact that people say they want more, what I'm saying? So it's really good. Um well, I thank you so much, Ronald, for like taking your time out of your I know your busy schedule. I know your busy day, and I really do thank you for having this amazing conversation. Family, I hope you love today's conversation too with Ronald and the the vast things that we just went over, the amazing things that we went over. It was just a mouthful. It was good. It was good. Like we was my friend say, we was cooking. You was cooking in this episode. So thank you, Ronald from Pitt Flavas BBQ. His story is proof that passion mixed with purpose can spark something amazing. And if you're in the low country, be sure to find Pitt Flavas and experience what's behind their flame. And don't forget, this is just one stop in our October series. What's your business? Keep tuning in as we meet more entrepreneurs and change makers who are using their gifts to impact the world. Ronald, can you let the people know where they can find you, like on social media or maybe an event that you're having in October?
Right now, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Pit Flavors Barbecue, which is on my shirt here. On TikTok, it's a little different. It's just my personal one. You're going to meet the goofy Ronald. You're going to meet the Ronald.
Mm.
That's not the exact businessman. And on TikTok, it's under the nappy headed chef.
Mm.
Um,
That was a good one. I was like, okay.
yeah, so you'll definitely find me there. And I do a lot of all my videos. I don't really talk much on there, but that's where to find me. In October, I'm looking to free up a week. I don't really have one yet, but I can get back with you on that on my next pop up in October if you want to tag it into the link or anything. But if you just follow my pages, you'll know exactly where I'm at and what I'm doing.
All right, y'all heard it. Follow Ronald on his pages on TikTok and Facebook, and I will make sure to drop those tags in this episode in the description below. Follow him so you know where he will be next, and he may be in your city next. All right. So as always, subscribe to the Cooler Today podcast. Leave us a review, y'all, a good review, and share this episode with someone who loves great food and great stories. Until next time, stay encouraged, keep chasing purpose, and remember, there's always room at the table for growth and connection. It's your girl Keish. Peace. It's the cool of the day. The cool of the day. The cool of the day.